Alright, alright, alright. Alright, welcome everybody. Anybody's tuning in? Just checking out to see whether the sound's good. Alright, welcome everybody. Anybody's tuning in? Alright, looks like the sound's working. Checking out to see whether the sound's good. Because I went live just now and the sound didn't work. Well, you know, we still new. But anyway, guys, welcome to the show. Thank you all for joining me, or if you're watching later. Now, I had to go live today because there are quite a few things that we need to talk about, things that are happening in the Premier League. Mainly to do with Newcastle United. So Newcastle United just got bought over by some other Arabs, and they paid £300 million for it. I remember quite some years ago, Mike Ashley, the club previous owner of the club, was asking for 400 plus, 420 maybe. So now they got it for £300 million, about 410 million US dollars. But before, just in case anybody's tuning in who didn't know, just before they tried to buy the club, there was a lot of fight back against them. Well, number one, you're talking about a club who is, trying to, how shall I say? Oh, I got somebody here. Hey, what's up, man? Asari. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, what's up, man? You look a bit dark there, but it's okay. It's all good as long as I can hear you. What's happening, brother? How are you?
Fine, good.
Man, what do you think about this Newcastle bid, man? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Rich.
300 million.
Very rich. You can buy anything if one.
and they are apparently they have a kitty 190 million pounds to spend in January.
Yeah, that's right. So much money.
I know, man. It's absolutely crazy. I was just thinking like the main thing I wanted to do the show today is because once you have clubs like this coming and buying, it's just going to blow up the transfer market, man. So players that cost like 12 million pounds now are going to cost 18 to 20 to 25. And this same scenario happened last time when Chelsea came and Mourinho bought 13 players one shot, and then City came, they bought about 5-6 players, and then they kept building and building and building. Right now, seeing Newcastle buy like this, and they are probably the second richest club in the world because they have the entire country to back them. I feel it's ridiculous, man. How do you feel when you heard the news?
I don't know, really, but it's amazing. Will be changing of the course of the game for the next year.
Do you think? You see, I've been hearing right that Newcastle want to get all these top players. They want to. They've been assigning themselves Mbappe. They've been assigning themselves Haaland. You know what, man? Nobody is going to come to the club if this club gets relegated. I honestly feel.
But in terms of this world, if you can pay the money, whatever is one, he will come. Whatever is it, the player will come to play. If you pay it, nice, right?
Yeah,
it's not about loyalty or fame or what. You can pay more, they will come.
You think if they try to put a bid for Mbappe in January, he will come?
I don't know.
If I thought money, right?
Yeah, if you have the money, you can anything you want, right?
I mean, but why would you want to come and play with Steve Bruce?
I really don't know, but we will see if
you're a Newcastle fan, right?
No.
Oh, okay. You're a Manchester fan.
No, so.
Oh, okay. Who do you follow? Who do you support?
I not follow the EPL right now, but I like the never mind.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, bro. It's all good.
No. Never mind.
Okay. Well, so okay. You which EPL team do you follow?
If I said I be the one the fan of the club. So better don't tell anything.
Oh, what? Oh, you're afraid you sound biased.
Yeah,
Ah,
of
okay, no problem.
course.
That's cool. Anyway, let me get into this then. So now they've put in a bid for all this, and I feel the price for players are going to pretty much skyrocket like nobody's business. This Amnesty International, who did some checking into the club, said that the club is just the Saudis are just trying to buy the club so they can do some sport washing. Sport washing means bad things happen, and then they try
Like
to do
money
good things.
laundering.
I wouldn't say so. It's more on the image. Sport washing is to clean your image. So you have a bad image, you have like bad human rights, history and all that. So you buy the club or you look good. And then they try to promote their brand through the club. But before
Like the Qatar Airways do right now.
like who?
Like Qatar
Correct.
do like
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. The
They
stadium building and people
buy a
dying.
lot of the football club and rebrand as a Qatar Airways.
Yeah, true. Same like what's
Right.
happening in City also. Etihad is the same thing. So they
Yes.
say in PSG, they say there's a sponsor there. Oh, but the sponsor is actually them. So that's how they put the money and then they buy the players and they cheat, which is why I feel that I'll come to that on FIFA not cracking down on this money. So now,
But
yeah, go ahead.
But this one is all but marketing, right? It's not wash football club or what. But this one all go to marketing. You want to buy, yeah, image also. But is that all to go to marketing. Whatever you want to try to do, like Etihad, Qatar Airways, Emirates. So
Yeah,
like
absolutely. Yeah.
Emirates by the Arsenal at the first place, sponsor the stadium. So you go to marketing also. Now you become number one world airline in the world.
Yeah, that's true. They buy the club, they use the club as their marketing tool. That's 100%. And in that way, they pump money into the club, and then they use that money to buy the players, and they inflate the price of the market. So now
that's why.
this bid here, they were trying to do the bid last year, but they couldn't get it because there was a kickback, because Qatar and Saudi had some issues. So what was happening? Bein Sports, it's based in Qatar, and because Bein Sports is based in Qatar and they had issues with Saudi banned them since 2017. So once you ban them since 2017, they could not broadcast any of their They couldn't broadcast any of their shows in Saudi. But what was happening at the meantime was the Saudis were stealing the broadcast and still letting their people watch. So because it's a royalty and all that, I think it's a nation and they didn't want to go to war and fight, so they allowed it to happen. So now, before Saudi wanted to go and take over Newcastle, the Premier League said, no, F you ain't buying shit. We ain't going to let you buy shit because you don't have good integrity. So what happened after that is the Saudis, I think, paid about $500 million. Let me see, I have the number here. They paid, the Saudis paid about $500 million pounds, like a fine. So only once
for the bin.
Yeah, no, because they were stealing the rights, they were stealing the football signal, and this is big money. So once they paid that fine, only then did they allow the Saudis to go ahead and buy Newcastle United. So you see, what I'm trying to get at is this, right? Everyone's saying, oh, the Saudis shouldn't be allowed, the oil money shouldn't be allowed to come to the Premier League. Fine. But the Premier League were opposed to it last year. The moment they got paid, they were like, okay, bro, you can buy the club, go ahead. You see what I'm saying? There are patterns here, if you really look into it, where the club will put a strong stance against doing something, but then next thing you know, you give them some money and it's all good. See, I was shocked to hear it, I was like, so they paid the fine. So after the fine happened, bid over, blah, 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 and then it was done. And the guys who did this bid is the same guys who did the City one, I think, in 2008. So these guys have experience. So after Premier League, man, they don't want to get takeover and all that. They're getting a shit ton of money, man.
As long as there's money, they will definitely take you in, lah.
They take you in.
Yeah.
And I was telling, I was saying,
I agree with that.
Yeah. So now I'm saying, even if they buy the club, right? I don't know whether the club can stay for relegation, number one. Number two, you can dream and throw all these players' names so, suddenly got all the publicity coming to your club, but at the same time, no player is going to be stupid enough and come to Newcastle United now. Maybe next year. You don't even have a manager that top players want to play for.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other name that they have linked to this thing was Zinedine Zidane. But I could look, Zidane or Conte. Conte is going to finish in Milan, 100%. He's not going to leave halfway. He got one more year only. Then maybe he wants a fresh start. But you think Zidane is going to come now here in Newcastle? I think if you give him promises and you say, okay, I'll get this guy in January, maybe. Oh, that I'm watching Newcastle games, man. After that, like for real, I'm watching Newcastle games after that. But right now, it doesn't seem. I don't see it likely. Even with 190 million kitty, 190 million pound kitty to spend in January, that there's much value there.
I think the players will be overinflated because usually the January transfer window, everything is inflated. Because the thing is, no team wants to lose their player midway through the season, and so you either have to pay up. I mean, usually you have to pay up, and you have to pay over the price. Like, if you notice, like so far, like if you look at all the transfer windows, January transfer windows usually you won't be able to get your star players. You'll be lucky you can get. Usually those who go for January transfer windows are those the Eastern Europeans, the Scandinavians, because their season just over. So
yeah, correct. Like from the Russian league,
yeah. That's how last time MU got Nemanja Vidic,
Correct.
or for example, like last time how we got what's that player's name, from the Scandinavian,
the long haired one, Poboski,
Poboski.
I think Poboski also came in January, and for me, the
Yeah.
most impact one right now, I think was Bruno. Yeah, you're right.
Bruno, correct.
Yeah, you
So
got that,
Bruno, the one they were already been tracking him since since
At least a year ago.
Yeah, about a year ago, and
Yeah.
they were thinking, you know what, if now or never, then they just went in and took the plunge, and they managed to get their player. And I'm quite surprised they actually Sporting actually managed to sell Bruno for that price, in January. But again, MU and Sporting, they do have a good working relationship as well.
True that.
But for Newcastle, 190 million, I want to say billion. I think they
You would be forgiven for that.
But the thing is, I'm not surprised if they have 190 billion.
No, yeah, bro, crazy, bro. The club is like worth 400 million or something now, man. Like the whole country, right? GDP.
Crazy, man.
What?
Come on, like even some smaller countries don't have that amount of money, man.
The
Even
guy,
Malaysia also don't have that kind of money.
yeah, man, bro. The guy is walking around with Liberia's GDP in the right hand pocket, and South Sudan's one in his left. He can just take it, throw it like that.
Yeah,
Throw in
that's
this
the
money.
thing. All these are pocket money for them, and it's quite. It'll be quite interesting to see how it goes, lah. I wouldn't say. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, they will spoil the Premier League. They spoil the English game." Well, that's what everyone said when Abramovich came in. Then after that, that's what everyone said when Sheikh Mansour came in. And if you look at it now, it is a toy, for all these rich people in a way. You look at it, they invest into a club. Either they are really what you call big fans of the club, but most of it now they're all business people. So
Yeah,
it's a business move. Yeah. So Newcastle, they know that they have a huge fan base. They don't have much local rivalry, so why not go there? It's a good investment, and it's rather cheap actually for them to actually invest into the thing.
Come to think of it, yeah, for the like Asari, yeah, bro, your name Asari, right? Like he was saying also, like they were trying to buy the club to market their stuff. I say yeah, and then they'll put 400 million over 5 years, like some crazy figure, so they can buy the players, inflate the market. You're right. Yeah, but I'm very disappointed because now I got to look forward to another stupid inflated system, and yeah, go ahead.
The inflate maybe it's only for the next season only. When after that it will become back to normal price.
No, bro.
So
No. I beg to differ. Once prices are inflated, they stay that way, because the value of the player that you bought and you paid for that value stays. It never drops. Once you pay that amount of value for that quality, it's hard for it to drop the following season. If that's the case, prices should have gone back to when Ronaldo was bought for 80. Now that 80 is actually worth almost like what 100 and almost double now. So I think it's here to stay. I mean, I don't know. I feel it's here because price go up, price usually stay. It's like our ringgit. It's been inflation, one after another. The only way is to fight with the US dollar with a stronger currency. In the same way here. So unless there is a proper cap, unless the other clubs don't be assholes and say, oh, this guy is worth 12, but you got to pay me 22. And then these morons go and say, okay, we're desperate, we want, and then they go and pay. Now that's going to start the bullshit. That's when you're going to have, okay, if you want to pay, for example, I think the guys who might be up there is Anthony Martial. We're talking about Lingard and Donny. Now, Anthony Martial is 58 mil. Now, if they come in with the 80, if they come in with the 85, okay.
But this is also good for the club.
So if they come with 85, I say
yeah.
And
good money for the club also. If they buy the very high value players, it's good for the club also. You can make money from that.
So if that kind of value comes in, I'm down. If they want to play that kind of value, I'm down. But if they want to play low ball, forget it. I like Martial still. I still think he's a star class player. He came in, he scored a goal that day. He did what he was supposed to do. He's no match fitness because he hasn't played much. And to let him go, man, on the cheap, I don't want. And then now you have the problem with Pogba's contract. You got the problem with Donny. Then you got Lingard. Now, Lingard wants to stay, but he wants promises that he's able to play first team football. If I were to say when you go and put between in those positions, Rashford, Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, and Greenwood, I think anybody at any time, any given day would pick Greenwood. Just for the mere fact that the boy is just more talented and he's a better finisher. So when it comes down to a time when you got to put your name, you most probably put Greenwood first. So Lingard and Sancho had his best game against Everton the other day, in my opinion. So if Lingard wants guaranteed first team football and is procrastinating on signing a new contract, what I've been reading is in January the club might let him go for 15. So now you're one issue there. Then you got Pogba. Club said by December you better sign. And I heard, or what I've been reading is they're offering 400 a week. Oh my God. Okay. So boy is talented, whatever. I don't know.
That's what I earn in 10 years.
It's crazy. He's getting in a week.
In a week. That's what I earn in 10 years, man.
A week. And then Donny. If this boy doesn't get any playing time in January, if something comes, what if he puts in a transfer request? Now the club is bound.
Yeah.
So these are some strong questions. And would you want to sell these guys Newcastle? Do you want them to play against you? You can say this year cannot lah, right? But then next year onwards they're going to play against you. Now they are your competition. So there's so much there's so much to consider here as to what the implications are with Newcastle, but I think the first thing is they need to find out whether they are going to stick with their manager.
I doubt lah. I mean, looking at Steve Bruce, I mean, no offense to him lah, but with all the other available managers out there or coaches out there, he doesn't seem to be the most appealing one. I mean, you look at him, in terms of track record, he's always known to be the manager that brings club up for promotion or help them to avoid relegation, but he's never a title-winning manager. He's never known to be bringing the club to a next level. So there is I would say it's almost certain that he will be sacked. Almost certain.
Yeah.
Looking at the pattern that is going now, I mean, and we know that with this new fundings that is coming in, they definitely want to go for the best. It looks like how again I'm taking back. There's three actually very obvious examples that we can use. Man City, Chelsea, and then after that, PSG. You look at them immediately when they come in, off goes the old regime. Then slowly they'll do a massive clear out. They will clear out the entire back room. They clear out the whole system. So far, the only one that I see that has been really consistently building up is City. If you look at it, they actually restructured the system, And I think this morning I was watching one of the interview, and they were saying that how they actually help the entire city itself. You see, so remember, who knows? Like this new money from Saudi Arabia, they may actually help the Geordies to
You see,
improve
here's
their
the thing. It's a 50,000 capacity seater stadium, so you're going to make a lot of money back. Prices you have to jack up, no choice. Probably 5% in the first year. Let's look at it this way. Let's look at it proper, bigger picture. They are in the bottom. They're fighting for relegation. Everybody, 90% had them as relegation contenders pula. What do you call it? Relegation
contenders.
Relegation contenders, right?
Candidates,
Yeah, okay.
candidates. Relegation
Candidate.
candidates.
So
Yeah.
contenders.
The right word is candidates.
Bodoh gila. I want to lose. So anyway,
Ladies and gentlemen,
wanna
your
lose.
relegation contender.
we're going for downs, baby. So they are relegation contenders, and just say they stay up, and they do not have Champions League football next season. So if you go out and buy a Kylian or a Haaland or a Grovowski or whatever, the Inter Milan midfielder and all that, will they come? Like in my recollection, no. Like it's very hard for a player in his prime to come to a club that doesn't have Champions League or has never been in the Champions League and not won a title since 1969 without solid base. Like the guys who came to City, Siki Bergistian and the other guy, Ferrano Soriano, they were there.
Barca fellas lah.
The Barca fellas, Ferrano Soriano, they were there in 2008. And then Pep came in 2012. So you had 4 to 5 years, including that.
They set the foundation for him.
They set the foundation with Patrick Vieira. Patrick Vieira, sporting director. And then you had the experience with Mark Huggers. That's how my school friend last time. Hey bro, which one your favorite player, bro? That one bro, Huggers. Huh? That one bro, the fella Huggers. Who the fuck is Huggers? I said, bro, what's his number? Number, I think Mark Hughes wearing number 9, right? Number 9. I said, fucker, it's Mark Hughes lah.
Huggers.
What the fuck, Mark Huggers? Bro, I'm serious. My English is on point. But I was fucking jam fucked because Manchester had all the foreign players and all that. That's how I was thinking, which fucking foreign players is talking about, Bloody.
Mark
Huggers. I tell you, bro, that same fella, we're playing Street Fighter, right? So I asked him, hey, bro, so which one your favorite character or Ryu and all that? Hey, fucker, which one's your favorite character, bro? Guli. Huh?
Yeah, I heard that a lot of times.
Which one? The one with the claw? No, bro, Guli. Which one? That's the one do lah, Sonic Boom. I said, oh,
Guli lah tu.
shit, bro.
Dia suka main Guli, bro.
Dia suka main Guli, bro. I was like, weh, aku nak tampang kau, weh, boleh ke tak? Fuck, man.
I heard that a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
This one backhand slap, bro, straight.
You go to those arcade, right? Hey, use Guli lah, use Guli. I was like, ni main Guli.
Siapa main Guli,
I
bro?
was confused. I was like, oh, Guli.
They go and corner me like that suddenly. So, anyway, they had Mark Hughes, they had Pellegrini, they had both to kind of screw up and fuck up and then kind of build the thing and then build the foundation, build the stadium and build the facilities. Rio Ferdinand said, when he thought like when that other club came, I forgot what it was, and then there was a bio and all that, he wasn't so threatened. I think it was Chelsea, but then Chelsea bought a lot of players.
Yeah, he was Chelsea.
And then when City, he wasn't so worried. He said the only time he got worried was when Tevez went. That's when he said, oh, these fellas are serious, huh? Like they're really, really serious, huh? And then the next season they won. But it took many years. And it took a lot of money, which the Newcastle fellas will have, but nobody came. That's why I think this year they're not going to finish top 4 or top 6. Kan? 3 lah sekarang. 4, I thought 2 qualify, whatever the fuck lah. 5 lah. They won't finish top 5. Which means there's another year to kind of build, to kind of attract the players who want to come and play Champions League. Manchester United, you know how many players we missed out on last time when we didn't have Champions League? It's ridiculous. The amount of players didn't want to come here, would rather go to City, go to Chelsea, go to Liverpool, didn't want to come here because we didn't have Champions League. Is crazy. So if Newcastle guys think that the same thing will happen and they can throw exorbitant money all over the place, then I'm worried FIFA won't come and clamp down on them. Allow them to spend with impunity, allow them to buy whoever the fuck they want, Like if I were Mbappe and Haaland, I won't even give Newcastle a second look. Like no matter how much you pay me, if you're not in Champions League, brother, aku nak main Euro, aku nak main World Cup. What the fuck? I go Newcastle, what I'm going to do? Mm-hmm. Fitness-wise, I'm not there, Okay. Y'all got any thoughts on this? If not, I'm going to talk about managers.
For me, when it comes to what I call situations like that, right? I just lost my chain of thought for a while. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's because of the managers. Like, okay, yeah. Asari, I want to ask you, if you were Zidane or Conte, you come to Newcastle now. If say they pay you 7 million a year, because Mourinho was the most expensive, right? 10.
If
7 million pounds a year.
You can pay me more. You can pay me more, and I can choose whatever player I want. He want to buy it. He can buy it for me. I will go.
Even Newcastle, huh?
Yeah, if you have money.
What if you take the job and then you can't get the top players you want?
I think actually, if you look at it, like how Fulham did it the last time,
they tried.
They tried, when they were in the championship at the time. They managed to get quite a good, decent, I wouldn't say world class or superstars, but they managed to get quite a good.
They went the second round, isn't it? That's the one after they won the UEFA, right? Then they qualified for Champions League.
This is way before. This is
sorry.
Mohamed Al Fayed. Then they managed to get the Jean Tigana. First they had Kevin Keegan. Then after that they have Jean Tigana to came in, and then I think the Mohamed Al Fayed, he actually threw in a lot of money to the club.
He was a good guy.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Then he got distracted with his son's death. I think that's after that. But what he did was he managed to actually create a system where it works for them. He started scouting the right players. He sold the right ideas to the right manager, and then manager sold the ideas to the players that he wanted to get. And he managed to get Jean Tigana to come in. And Jean Tigana managed to get a lot of his French connection, all these youth players that needed a chance to play and all these things. So the thing is, if Newcastle were to get relegated this time around, there is a proven formula that can work. And if you look at how, like,
I think they study it now.
Yeah, they had to start doing it now already. But there's still a lot of games to play at the moment. So that's why if they want to really quickly lay down the foundation, they had to start talking to players like Joelinton to start attracting players to come. Yeah, just joking. Anyway, so they have
Joelinton.
So the thing is, they have to start laying down the foundation at the moment. Now they have the money, and Newcastle, I remember listening to I can't remember which player that went there. I think it was Laurent Robert or something like that. They asked him why did he go to Newcastle. He said it's actually the attraction of playing in a huge crowd, you see, knowing that the Newcastle fans are crazy. They sold him that idea. So that's why last time when they started the whole thing, I think that's what Kevin Keegan sold to a lot of other star players as well back in the 90s. You have like, come on, look at their team, man. Back then, they have Asprilla, they have Ferdinand.
Yeah, I like that guy. He was one of my. I like the Colombian player.
They have Ferdinand. Then they have Ginola.
Ginola.
Crazy. It was quite an all-star team.
Quite a classy team, that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that team was scary. That team was really scary. But it's about selling the idea. So if they can get the right person to sell the right idea, players will come.
Shit, man, you're very optimistic, huh? I thought you were optimistic. Bro, aku tak weh. Aku exact opposite. Aku rasa dia orang tengah mimpi.
It's interesting to see lah. It's interesting
Oh,
to see
yeah,
what
sure.
they can do.
Absolutely, I agree.
It's like,
it's nice to
if
whoa.
If I put myself into like how when you play those the championship manager or football manager game and suddenly, windfall, you get a bonus 200 million to buy on players. Then you get excited lah. It's excited to see what player comes. But Being
Right,
being an MU fan, then that itself is not exciting lah for me. It's like shit. There's another competitor now. There's another competitor with more money compared to MU. MU have the money, yes. We have the global reach and so on and so forth. I think we've been talking about this a lot of times. I think the last show I did share also like how we have like the great scouting network, but yet we can't find really good talents and so on. And even recently, Nicky Butt just came out with his revelation where he said that we are not the best in terms of finding youth players anymore. There are better clubs are doing that now.
Did he mention
City
which
is
club?
on them.
Oh yeah.
City, look at them. They're discovering a lot of good players. Chelsea are discovering. Come on, the amount of players they loan out is crazy. They loan out about like what
Yeah.
three first 11
Damn.
players out.
Now City and Chelsea very good
Yeah,
talented scout the youth.
yeah, the youth players. So
Why
United
Malaysia
and
didn't do that?
What Malaysia?
that is another can of worms that we don't want to open lah.
Oh
That one I
boy,
think we can
I
talk
don't
for
know
another
how
2-3
that
hours.
one need its own show, man. That one.
That one needs a show by its own, man.
Yeah. You know what, bro? If that's like, if then I ask you the same question, ask Asari lah. If I gave you 7.5 or 7 million pounds, I told you I signed a 3-year contract. That means if I sack you, you get paid in full like Mourinho and Chelsea.
Yes.
Would you go to Newcastle in January?
You're asking me,
Yeah. Yeah, I know you would think
if you
it's not
I
easy.
mean you go there, you nego with them lah, you sign a 5-year contract lah.
You want to stay there 5 years,
No, you sign a 5-year contract and hope you get sacked.
Get
in the first
sacked
year.
after 2.5.
Then you get the compensation. Then you can start another work and get paid again. Nego
no,
for another 5-year contract.
You know,
That's how you earn money, man.
No, I'm not. But I've noticed
Yeah.
I've noticed this bloody these billionaires the way they do the contract is all 3 years. But you're right. I know. I feel you, man. I want the most. I want the most for myself too. But anyway, from what I saw, Fabrizio Romano, Pecorino Romano in the cheese in the roti. Okay. Now he said there's no talks of any manager going there now. He said whether it's Zidane or whether it's Conte or whoever. He said Conte he can pretty much rule out because he'll definitely want to stay in Inter Milan and see whether he can win or not this year.
He's still at Inter.
Did he get the sack recently?
I think
because he was 2019 to 2021. Oh, so this season is out lah. No wonder I was tripping on the thing this now. So
that's why the time there were a lot of rumors about Conte coming to take over Oli, right?
Okay, so apparently according to Romano, Conte only wants a reset next year, but he mentioned Milan. So I don't know. I got the thing.
I think they want him to go to AC Milan instead.
Who's the current Inter Milan manager? I'm also not sure, but
Inter
it's not him.
Inter Milan, no, it's no longer him. I think what's the guy's name? Simone Inzaghi.
Okay. So now so that those two are the names being tossed about. But from the notes I took here just now, which I can't find now, save my life. No problem. One sec.
So, I don't know. I mean,
there.
Conte can go to Newcastle. Like, it does look a bit like Juventus as well.
Conte can go to Newcastle. Oh, well.
He can create a Juventus 2.0.
Yeah. So anyway, I just found it. Fabrizio said no manager talk. But what needs to be spoken about is, he said most likely the fellow wants to wait until see what transpires in the Premier League this year and then decide next season, because there might be an opening in a bigger club. Actually, that's quite smart, so I forgot to mention that. Lucky I put it down. So now I want to talk about Paul Pogba's contract. So he can do two things. He can sign the contract by December, or I think the club also might let this fella go or something in January, because let him go for free it'll be a waste. Jesse Lingard, I told you right just now, 15 million. If Jesse's girl, if Jesse doesn't sign very soon, Jesse is out, man. 15 million, somebody will go, that's wasted. I think Jesse is superb.
Yep. I still think that he has not been given a proper chance yet, and so far the chances that they gave to him, he looks like the player that is living up to the chance they given to him so far. True. So every game that he come in as a sub, he created an impact. So
He's my boy, man. He's my boy
Yeah.
this year. That's my kuda, My kuda this year. I've been taking it, but
He may be the lucky charms this season, hopefully.
he didn't accept the opening proposal. That's why I'm just saying what these fellas are like, as though I'm in the fucking Manchester there. Taking notes.
I think he also maybe one. I mean, he maybe doing something like what Ander Herrera is doing as well. He's waiting for them to offer him a proper one, rather than he going to the club and say, "Hey, I want a new contract." He already stated he's open for the new contract. So it's now really down to the club whether the
Well,
club
I
want to offer
I
him
think
or not.
I think the club gave him a 3-year contract, and I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. It's not so much about the money now; it's about the years, right? 28, 5 years going to 32. You usually re-sign when you're 31, so that'll take you to 35. So I think he wanted a 5 years. His dad is his agent, but his dad is the cool agent, not the asshole agents. And dad wants to extend. So the initial offer, I think he didn't take it. I think it was probably around the range of 80, 85 to 100 maybe. Nowadays the salaries are all so high. It's ridiculous, man, bro. Last time, Carey butt up 16,000. Roy Keane 55 was the highest back then. Remember? Roy
Yep.
Keane contract 55,000 a week.
Hey, but-
Can go up to 60. Oh, shit. First game after signing contract, score 2 goals. Oh, shit. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Now, these fellas, the average fellas are earning 80, 85, 90. So I heard it's around
Yep.
there. It could be 100 at the most.
I think it's partially because of the tax as well, right? They're taking back half only, so whatever they're
there's
getting,
half.
they're taking half. That's the
I
reason
forgot
why
about
a
it.
lot
We should
of
do a show on that.
there's a lot of players, especially those Brazilians and all that, they don't want to come. The reason why is because half the salary will be gone. So, if you see like Pogba earning 400, right? The thing is, he's only taking home 200. The other half will go to the government.
Wonder. So now he wants to complete the season and see what's up. One of the thing. Manchester United haven't made a final decision. Hang on. Even Pogba also hasn't decided. So the contract apparently for Pogba has been on the table since July. Now it's this Mino Milo MF, man.
Yeah, it's always the agent's world nowadays, because now, ever since the whole Bosman ruling came about, player power becomes stronger already. Then now the agents are actually taking advantage of the whole situation because they know that,
Huge payday.
huge payday.
How much
thing
the
is,
fucker made from Pogba? 40, right? Whew.
how many rounds you sell him?
Oh my
I sell
god.
him again. I sell him again. I sell him again.
Same again.
Yeah.
And just for Menu itself made 40. That's why they didn't want to sign. Took a long time to sign. And then this MF is also representing Ronaldo. He's representing Bruno. And then
Hey, no. Riola is not Ronaldo and Bruno. That one is George Mendes.
Jorge Mendes.
Yeah.
Man, be racist. They're all the same. All the Spanish fellas the
All
same, man.
the agents.
Mendes and the Milos. They're all mafiosos. This so he is definitely going to hold out.
Yeah.
He will hold
definitely.
out for
Sorry.
450. Go ahead,
Sorry,
bro.
guys. I need to go out. Okay.
Okay, peace out.
Yes.
Thanks for joining
Sorry.
me, brother.
Thanks for joining,
Sorry.
man.
Hey, no, it's
Next
okay.
time.
Join me next time. I'll see you soon, brother.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
See you, man.
So yeah, random new friend. I wasn't sure. I thought that was your friend, the Newcastle guy.
Oh, he's not.
So,
He
he-
just messaged me. He's still outside.
Oh, so initially I saw him. I just brought him in. I did the earlier one, no sound. So
I saw that.
for 10 minutes. So I went and deleted it. I reset. As soon as I reset, suddenly 3 fellas jumped in, and then Asari
Yeah,
came in. I just
I-
brought him in.
I had a meeting just now, and then
Yeah.
it's a
But
bit
I was
heavy day
doing.
for me.
Yeah, I feel it. No, it's all good. I was doing good with the solo. I was just starting to get into it. Few minutes I was getting into it. Asari jumped in. So anyway, these are some of the things I wanted to bring up today, and some of the things that have been happening recently. So now you got this contract issue now, which we don't know what's going to happen. If he waits and then goes on a free, I think that's stupid business for us. And right now he doesn't know where the fuck to go. Pogba has no clue where to go. Where the fuck's he gonna go? What, Madrid? I know you're talking a lot about Madrid, but let's
the
be
Italian
honest
team's
here.
got no money, bro.
Italian teams, yeah, they're gone. I know you're talking. You want to go to Madrid, but look, Rio also said it, man. The Spanish league is fucked. There's no money there. There's hardly anybody watching there. All the big stars have gone. Yeah, you can go there and be a big time superstar, but like I cannot believe what's happening in Barcelona, man, with the money and all that. We can do
Crazy,
another
right?
show about that. 'Cause I want to talk about Manchester United and
Mm-hmm.
the issues with the Glazers, how they pile the debt. But so going to Madrid doesn't seem like a good super proposition anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So this clown wants to stay here. I know he wants to stay here. Varane is here, Sancho,
Oh, his gang
Ronaldo,
lah. Now
all
Lingard
the
is back also. Oh, his gang lah.
homeboys, all the best top players are all here. Why would he want to go? So I think he wants to stay, and he's trying to get the best. He's trying to get 450,000. I think there's way too much. Fuck you, like problem, bro.
But you can see that his even his body language the last few weeks, you can see that he's very positive, and then you can see he's having fun again, and especially when he celebrated the goal with Lingard. I mean, you can see Lingard is very close to him as well, so there is a certain camaraderie there, and we can see that they're starting to gel and they're starting to have that close knit kind of feel now at the moment, which is a good thing. And then with Ronaldo coming back, not that I have to say Ronaldo disrupted the system, the way how MU played. They've been building up on something over the past one and a half seasons, and it was looking to be quite good already. And then Ronaldo came, and they have to change the whole concept all over again, of how they play. But again, it's not exactly a bad thing or a good thing. It's just that it disrupted the system, and we needed to in a way sort of reset again the way how we play. But the feel good factor in MU is starting to look like it's coming back. And then, like you said, with Varane coming in, with Maguire at the back, and then Shaw is hitting top form at the moment. He's having the form of his life. De Gea is having the form of his life as well. You can see that he's back. He's playing like
he's playing well.
he's playing like how he's supposed to play, and he's playing to his potential. Like, if you look at it, so far you don't see much mistakes from him. I don't know what he did over the summer and the break, but it really did help him.
But you see, like individually, they may be, individually they seem to be doing well, but they don't seem to be doing well as a unit, isn't it?
Exactly. That's what a lot of places I read as well, and even by watching the game, somehow they are not a unit yet.
Then, like even Rio also was saying, like, one thing is, and it's nice we're coming on the 42nd minute. I remember the chapter this. The players are being like, hey bro, it's okay, don't worry, man. You got next week, like, what's the word for it? Baby, mollycoddle. So the players are being mollycoddled, compared to the old days where, what the fuck are you doing? Get the run, get the... okay, don't worry, So there's too much of the, don't worry, you got it, it's okay. The baby shit. I want some toughness. And like everyone's saying, Oli doesn't know the tactics, his tactics are not good and all that. Honestly, I was going social media and checking and all that. A lot of people are saying this. Players being mollycoddled is one. No pressure, no drive, no anger. And people are saying that Manchester is playing ugly football. Bro, I agree with all. I don't know, you tell me. No pressure, no drive, no anger, ugly football.
I think Roy Keane summed it up really well. Like he said, how can you swap shirt with the Man City player or a Liverpool player? How can you shake hands?
Last year, right?
Hug? Yeah, he said, how can you hug? He said, back then when we play against them, it's war. I don't even want to touch them, man. He said, the only time I want to touch them is to hurt them in the middle of the field.
So after the City game, he was pissed. I was pissed. I mean, I wasn't pissed. I was like...
you saw Gary Neville's reaction when Schmeichel joined City and he wanted to shake his hand. He just pushed his hand
Even
away.
the tunnel cannot, man. Yeah. And then hardly anybody's looking. This one after City game, the Harry Maguire hugging goalkeeper, hugging De Bruyne, like, when I was his sister in high school.
So that's the thing. Now we try to have that whole inclusive kind of things, but when you go into the game, you have to have that mindset, that killer instinct that I'm going there to kill the team. But after the game, you want to be friends, okay, no problem. But during the game, you have to go there and show them who's the boss.
Hey, you didn't, but I just realized, where is this one? Where's the 80? Oh, you're in the room,
No, I because my where I am sitting now is a bit messy.
Okay.
busy with work, all the work stuff around.
Yeah, go
Actually,
ahead.
if you can see, let me show you. My PC, you can see I'm still editing some stuff.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
right,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why, it's a bit
Put it
messy
there.
like my table, and my things are
Yeah,
all over. I'm actually doing some spring cleaning. As you can see behind me as well.
yeah, good shit.
Hopefully the next week or two I can clear all this
Because
stuff behind. Yeah.
this thing open already, rentas negeri already, so the fellas cannot do anything.
Yes, yes, yes. That's good news indeed.
Fine, yeah. So, bro, like, do you think that Oli doesn't have the tactics down pat, or do you think like he has now learned some valuable lessons with the
Mhm.
points that he dropped, and then he might figure it out on Saturday?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Puts
Last
you on the
season
spot.
itself, yeah, last season itself, he's been saying the same thing, and he can't be saying the same thing again this season. But again, he now got a fairly good excuse of saying that his two center backs are being injured, and
Ah,
then
and I want to come to that as well. Go ahead.
and then Shaw also had his injury, so it disrupted a little bit. And then with Ronaldo coming in, they had to retweak again, so they're in transition again. I mean, they're going to be in perpetual
It's messy.
transition, I feel. So the thing is, I, I really wish that he can do well. I really want to see him do well. I think that's what a lot of people want, because he's sort of wanting to bring back that feel good factor. And Oli is always when you see his name and you hear his name and you see him, is always related to the feel good factor. But as we know, that feel good factor itself does not win you trophies at all. You know, feel good factor comes when you win trophies, and when you show that there is a certain intention of going forward. You know, a lot of them were saying, the intention of going forward, going as a unit, you must have a system. You must be able to see. I mean, we can see kind of vaguely what Oli tried to play, but um whether he have that extra age in terms of tactical, um how you put it, in terms of the,
Acumen,
not just acumen, that
um,
that that tactical age,
savvy, age,
yeah,
okay.
age over whoever they're playing. If you look at it, like Thomas Tuchel himself when he came in, or Tuchel, they call him Tuchel, right? Thomas Tuchel.
I'll take both. Both answers are accepted.
Tuchel.
Too cool.
So he when he came in, you can see that he had a system in his mind, and he how he wants to play it. And when Pep came in, also everyone knows Pep is very methodical, very tactical, to the dot. That everything he wants to look at. Even Mourinho, there is a certain style that he wanted to play, which is just parking the bus and waiting for everyone to come and attack, and then they attack back.
Yeah, one goal, yeah.
Okay. Van
Yeah.
Hal, he also have a tactic, is to bore the shit out of people by passing the ball around and not pushing the ball in front. But the thing is, they have something. They have something. So Oli, the only thing he have now is the DNA and the feel good factor lah.
Yeah, he got the
Maybe,
menu correct. He got the menu DNA.
yeah.
He's a
So he
players
he
manager.
he needs to crank up his ideology fast, actually, to be really honest. He need to crank it up fast, or at least, the MU media machine need to crank it up fast, because everyone is trashing him. And now I'm looking that I'm slowly swaying towards that side as well. In fact, before this, you notice I've been trying to defend and support Oli. But
Positive.
yeah, being positive, like, hey, this guy, give him some time, lah. He's playing well, but you can't be doing that for like at least 1, 2 seasons or 3 seasons. He needs to start to show results already. I mean, yes, he got to second place last season. He went to the Europa finals last season, but then again, it's the Europa finals.
And then
I
didn't
mean,
win.
you didn't
Right?
win. You should
Didn't
go there to
win.
win already. It's
All
not
the
even
other,
the,
yeah,
yeah.
all the other managers won, right?
Yeah.
Jose, Kloppy,
Yeah, against
Tuki,
and against
Thomas.
I would again against a Villarreal side, which is not even the top of their league at the time,
Mm.
and they were off form at the time, and yet they still managed to beat us. It's
Mm.
it's just disappointing.
Quite a
It's
big
just,
hurdle, huh? If we had won that,
yeah.
yeah, true that.
So
Everyone
it's
would have
just
been a
that
winner.
extra step, which is very disappointing, really disappointing. So I mean, it's good that he's trying to grow his coaching stuffs as well.
Mm.
But I honestly think he need to get a defensive coach with him. He needs to get one. He really needs to get a defensive coach too. or a tactical someone that's very tactical. Someone who can
Someone
help.
tactical, huh?
Yeah,
I
like
like
how
that.
like how Ferguson got Carlos Queiroz lah. Carlos Queiroz is that tactical guy. He bring that different dimension to the game. One thing about Fergie, he's always good in reinventing himself, and he also said also. I mean, I read his book, the book, his book Leading, and he did say that it's always about reinventing yourself and always trying to close up the gap, that fill up something that you don't have. So that's why if you notice, he keep changing assistant managers along his career. If you look at all his dynasty, every dynasty there's a different assistant manager. So like I say again, it started with Archie Knox, then after they went to Brian Kidd to then to Steve McLaren, then to Carlos Queiroz, then to Jim Ryan, then Mike Phelan. All this, yeah, Rene.
And Rene, there are rumors that he might come back, but some people brushed it out today. Rene Merenstein.
Oh wow, he's a very good technical coach. So
I
he might
mean,
bring a
that's a good
totally
team.
different dimension. Rene and Phelan, two of them are that final Fergie's final coaching staff lah. So they may bring back something, And look at that. Look at that last title that MU won, and you look at that team that won the title. Didn't scream much, that team. But how Fergie managed to somehow squeeze them and
Fergie's time, or you mean the Premier League title?
yeah. Somehow he managed to get that
title out.
that group of players
Got
and
the best out of Percy.
get the best of all of them. I mean, when Percy is the guy is good lah. To be honest, he's good lah. I mean, he had a horrible early career with Arsenal because of his injury problem and so on. But once he started to move into as a striker instead of a winger, my God, that guy can score goals, man.
Yeah, and good support. So I mean, the Manchester was a stronger team. Passing wise, the Rooney all over there.
Yeah, that's the thing. So the thing is, they need to bring back that formula, which at the moment now, I'm still trying to be as positive as I can, hoping that Oli can change our mind,
So
prove us wrong.
If you see, if they say Oli was replaced with a Zidane, this is what will happen immediately after that. Pogba will sign his contract, won't say shit. Jesse Lingard will sign his contract. Every other MF in the fucking club who hasn't signed will be signing. Bruno Fernandes is also 2 years ready. 3 years going to finish. They have to give him another one because he was signed in January. And Paul Pogba's contract been there since July. He hasn't signed it. If that fella came, I think all these fellas will sign straight away. I think which is why even till today, Pogba is still waiting to sign. He wants to see what's going to happen. Now, he went over there, played in the Nations Cup, played for France, so nice, and came back. What I'm hearing is Varane is injured, so apparently the latest news is he probably will miss the game in Leicester. But Harry Maguire, who's supposedly okay, and we haven't heard any major news on Harry, so that means he should be okay lah. Also might miss. So we're looking at Eric Bailly and Lindelof defense in Leicester. Dude, I don't care. I'm going to go live after that. I'm going to
go sleep after that.
It's not 7:30.
Let me check. I
thought the Leicester game because nowadays all menus games are
thanks to Abang Ronaldo.
Yeah, they nicely when I move. It's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
10
Okay.
to 12, Saturday, 16. Don't know. Maybe I'll go lah. See, the guys are awake and all in a certain mode already.
But apparently, I also was reading some articles that were saying that Vardy's biggest nightmare is always Eric Bailly.
Yeah, a healthy Eric Bailly.
Yeah. Yes, a healthy Eric Bailly.
The guy just cannot stay 90 minutes without getting something out. 2 games,
away.
3 games. I love it. I thought he's a great defender.
I know, when he first came, I was like, finally we got our Vidic,
Yeah.
I've got the new, and he's fast, and he
Strong,
don't mind getting tackled. Then next thing injured.
Injured.
He and Phil Jones can hang out together. I think they're best friends.
All
I think they can form a new defensive partnership in the medical room.
no, true that. They can defend the door. It's like all this defender buying money spent, all that because this poor fella got knees are fucked.
Yeah, man.
He's always getting injured. Well, anyway, seems to me like the Premier League don't seem to give a shit about integrity and all that. I don't buy.
all
I
about
don't
the
think they
money
do.
lah.
It's all about the money. They got
And
paid 500 billion.
they
Boom.
Yeah, they should. I mean, I mean, all these, like they say, the human rights violation, all these things. I mean, we're talking about sports at the moment now. So they, I, I mean, I always believe that you don't try to mix politics and sports together. So what? I mean, it's not that Saudi Arabia came and buy Newcastle. It's the Saudi investment group, that came and buy. So technically it's still not exactly a country. It's just a.
If they spend within their means, I'm okay. But I
doubt lah.
I doubt, man. Yeah.
Come on, look at PSG lah. 200 million for one player, really?
Yeah. And this the one with the case of the dead reporter, that son lah. So is the ruler, basically the ruler of the Saudi Arabia is the one who runs this thing, right? It's gonna be. Let's see lah. Like we so get rumors, Manchester United so got some oil money around us, right?
I don't know.
F everybody lah.
This was the same fella that wanted to buy MU the last time, right?
Yeah, I guess
they were
so.
dangling.
Because it's fucking Glazers, I think, still need to be chopped. Fuck them. Okay, bought the club are leverage against the bank. We still, after 17 years, 2004, let's just say, after 17 years, the club still has 500 million debt. But never mind, that's a good topic to talk about. I'll holler at the homeboys to see whether they can do some homework or not. If not, me and you will do our homework and do it. Because actually, today, just now, starting and doing alone, it was good. Even though I got it wrong, the second round was getting better. I'm more confident now. I can just jump in. So anyway, guys, whoever watches this, thank you very much for tuning in. It's almost an hour, so you can just put it on the side and then just listen to it. There's a lot of good information there. I want to say thank you to Asari, brother man. I don't know where you came from. You managed to jump in. I love it. Tune in, like, subscribe, follow on YouTube, follow on Facebook. I will be here again, most likely. Actually, I want to be here on Friday night. So if you guys want to join me on Friday night. You too, brother man. Peace out. Thanks for joining, brother.
Ciao, man.
See you guys.